Ham Radio News and Updates, October 20th, 2023. Got that coming up next. Bill from Ham Radio Basics here. If you like the content of this video or anything on my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future content. With that, let's begin. The other night I hosted Ham Radio Basics live from Studio B. We checked in on all the latest news and updates in the ham radio community, including new videos from several YouTube ham radio content creators, my latest videos, a new POTA book, and much, much more. So without any further ado, let's roll that clip in its entirety. First thing I wanted to kind of jump into here is annual passes for Florida state parks are discounted 50% starting October 14th. An executive order signed by the governor creates a 50% discount on passes for state parks and select my FWC fishing licenses through January 13th, 2024. As if you didn't need an incentive to go out and do POTA in the state of Florida, this certainly should help. That's a very generous discount. So if you're a resident of the state of Florida, you definitely want to take advantage of something like that. Okay, now I reposted this video. Has been out for a while, but it's an excellent video, and it's on the ICOM ID 52A and E, and it's the 10 best features of it. So, again, that's something I would recommend if you aren't familiar with that HT. This would be a great radio to help you get familiar with it, and it does have some exciting features. This one I'm really excited about. My good friend Bob from HOA Ham just hit 8,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Bob. Well done. You do an outstanding job on your channel. Kudos to you for all you do for the ham radio community. You are absolutely golden in my book. Very, 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 very happy for you with this major milestone. That is great. So congratulations on hitting 8,000 subscribers. And if you get a chance, drop Bob a note if you're on Twitter, or drop a comment on this out here and congratulate him. That's a great accomplishment. Okay, the ham radio spectrum is under attack again, and this is James, CEO of Ham Radio Prep. I'm not going to play the video here, but one of the things I definitely recommend that you watch this video and be informed of this and act accordingly. I think it's important to stay on top of what's going on in the ham radio community, and especially the radio spectrum. That obviously that plays a vital part in our being able to go out and do radio. So again, this is something that I would highly recommend that you get a chance that you would watch this video. And again, you can go out to my Twitter feed. All of this is out there and the links are out there, and it's very easy to find. So I would highly suggest that you do that when you get a chance here. Let me go ahead and get my cursor back. All right. Now, here's another one: the impact of RFI on your ham radio operation. It cannot be underestimated being able to curb that. And you can see someone had already left a comment down here. Tell me about it. After upgrading the GPUs in my computer, I had birdies all over 20 meters. I finally suppressed it, and this is what it looks like. Thank God for ferrites. Okay, and you can see he has a number of them on the back of his PC right there. But it is a real problem, and it's something that you do need to pay attention to. Okay, now it looks like Jason, he ordered a battery pack for his Lab 599 from Ham Radio Outlet, and it has just come in. And look forward to him doing a review on that. I'm real interested to see what kind of performance he gets out of that. And, he did make mention of the fact that is quite pricey. It is very expensive. So I'm sure Jason will be having a video coming out shortly on that. And I always like taking a look at other people's shack setups and this is one that I really like. It's really well done. It's very neat. It's organized. It's everything's in its place where it needs to be. There's holders for the microphones there. The desktop is CPU is on the floor there, so there's plenty of room for monitors and equipment up on top. So that's a great setup. And by the way, if you have a great setup you would like me to feature on Ham Radio Basics live on Wednesday nights, email it to me at hamradiobasics@gmail.com with a picture, of course, in a description. And I will be more than happy to put it out there with your permission, of course. I would love to be able to do that. So if that's something you would like to do, email me at hamradiobasics@gmail.com and I will be more than happy to get that out there for you. Well, here's a blast from the past. Heathkit, A Guide to Amateur Radio Products, third edition. Okay. I have no idea what year this was, but it's pretty incredible seeing this kind of stuff. And I enjoy this. And that's why every time I see something like this, I'm going to get it out there on my Twitter feed because I think it's real important to take a look and see how things were and how far we've progressed since then. You can tell we have progressed a great deal, but I think it's very cool nonetheless here. Okay. Um, this is very interesting here, and it's an ICOM IC 7610 launch base. Now it's a video. I don't want to show the video because I'll get you know I might get copyrighted for it. But basically, what the gist is, and I think there's another article on this. It actually what it is it's an app for your Apple Watch, and all the app does is it simulates a waterfall. It simulates a meter going up and down. It's non-functional, but it looks great. So hopefully there, I think that I do have a posting of that article up there. I did get a video out this week. I did get my POV full cage in, and I did a video of actually setting it up and putting the IC 705 in it and taking a good look at it. So if you get a chance to definitely watch this video. One of the things for me with POV was I was in great communication with, I think Scott, I don't know if he's the owner or not, but dropped a personal note to me with this. The POV cage was fully assembled. I didn't have to assemble a thing except when I put the radio in it, and you can take a look and see in this. But and I did choose a color. I got red, and he said that's the last red that was available for 2023. So they do have other colors. If you're interested, email Scott at POV, and he can hook you up maybe with a different color other than black. But it was shipped promptly. I got it, and I could not be more pleased with it. And definitely, you want to check that video out when you get a chance here. Okay, this is some huge news here. Okay, go ahead and expand that here. Please check out the new official Parks on the Air book at ARRL shop. Great holiday gift. This will be another easy way to share the love of POTA. Special thanks to all POTA volunteers and the entire ARRL team. And here's an actual link to that. This is fantastic. This is a great book. This is something, if you are looking for a gift for a ham radio friend, look no further. This is absolutely perfect. I highly recommend that, and especially to newbies who are wanting to learn about POTA. I think this would make a perfect gift for them. And again, it's out on the ARRL bookstore. Well, you can see right here, it our local meteorologist put January and October. We're actually having it's very interesting here. The weather that we're having right now is very similar to the weather that we have in January. So it's kind of like January's kind of jumped the gun here a little bit. I just want to let you guys know that. I think it's absolutely hilarious. Yeah, Heathcote was a good product, Van P. I agree 100%. Yeah, it was probably in the 70s, maybe 60s, 70s. That's probably about where that was at. Okay, now here's an article about that, and I'm going to bring this up. Apple Watch and IC 7610 from the Clockology app. The Clockology app is the app that does that. So I'm going to bring this article up real quick here. And here he talks about it. Wouldn't it be nice if you could control your ICOM IC7610 from your watch? Well, it's unlikely to happen for quite some years. But in the meantime, you can kid your mates and have this fabulous animated watch face on your Apple Watch. It has a swinging S meter and an animated waterfall. How cool is that? It comes from an app called Clockology, which provides amazing watch faces and allows a high degree of customization too. Looks like it cost 1.79 pounds. I obviously that's UK. I'm not advertising. I'm just putting the info there. I know I'll be asked for it. So just wanted to pass this information on to you. I thought that was very, very interesting. And I lost my cursor. All right, let's get my cursor back. But I think that's really cool. I really kind of like that. Okay, I found that there's a post out on Facebook. There's a group out there, and apparently what they do is, and it's based on it's around the world, and they feature female ham radio operators, which I thought was very interesting. And we need to give them as much credit as their male counterparts, and it's real nice to see that they are out there involved and active just as we are. I think that's fantastic. So, guys, please share this information. There is a Facebook link here, and I'm going to see if I can bring that up right now. Okay, it's 4F1EBD amateur radio. Okay, and they do feature, like I said, female ham radio operators around the world. And I think this is great. And this is great for our hobby. I think it's absolutely fantastic. Now, Jason put out an annual video. He's been doing this probably since, I think he said since 2020 or so. Best handheld ham radio of 2023, top HT radios. And one of the things that I really like about this, Jason has owned every one of these radios. Okay. And I think that is absolutely fantastic because he's speaking from personal experience on this. And, he goes from low to high in terms of cost. And it was very, very interesting. What ended up, what's of course, number one, it's the ID52, but the new Kenwood isn't out yet. And he did make mention of that fact, and hopeful that the new Kenwood TH, I think 75, will be out before Christmas, but there's no promises regarding that. But watch that video. It's Jason does a great job with these series of videos, the best of. I know he's going to do one, the best on mobile, or the best on an HF transceiver, or best on QRP. He's going to do that, and he does a great job with that. So definitely, this is a video you want to bookmark and watch. I absolutely look forward to this every time he comes out with one of these. Now, this is interesting. Saw this posted and want to share a Plex 1500 SDR software-defined radio, 20 amp power supply, mini PC monitor, and wireless keyboard in a zero Halliburton case. So, and I found this on a Facebook group, and I'm reposting that out there. Just thought that was incredibly interesting to see that, and unique, something that you definitely don't see every day. Now, I did talk about, again, a great Christmas gift for your favorite ham, the Parks on the Air book right here. Now, this was a great review, and I think this was done. I think Mike did this one.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, Mike did this one from Ham Radio too. On the TDHA dual band ham and GMRS 10-watt radio. They've since updated. They had a lot of issues with the first production run, and they've updated them. And he did a great review on this. This is one I think I would highly recommend that you check this out. He did a great job with that. Now, some more blasts from the past. Radio room of the ship Discovery 2 from October 1932. And you can take a look and see, this is definitely in an era gone by. And look at all the equipment there. Now, some exciting news for Gigaparts here. Gigaparts Huntsville is moving in 2024. Our newest technology superstore is set to open early 2024 with a huge 55,000 square foot space adjacent to the new Mid-City Shopping and Entertainment District. The new larger location allows us to expand our existing product lines, um, and to add new ones like photography, astronomy, general aviation, and makers. Visit gigaparts.com Huntsville for more info. I'm thinking, adding photography, that would probably also mean drones as well too. So that, uh, you may never, if I go to that superstore, you may never get me out. Okay, because between ham radio and drones there, I would come out of there a very poor man, extremely poor man, for sure. So, but that's exciting. That's exciting news, and it's great to see that. And they also have a survey. If you get a chance to go onto their website, and on their survey, what they're doing right now is they are asking if where you would like a a new Gigapart store to show up, because they're thinking of expanding. Um, so go ahead out and fill that survey. I think it's very interesting, and I think it's great that they're expanding. That means they're doing very well, and they do well. They do a great job there. And one of the things I found out from when ordering things from Gigaparts, it always comes faster than they say it will come, because Huntsville's not that far from me down here. And I've always liked the service I've gotten from them. Their customer service has been fantastic for me. I have been very, very pleased. So definitely get a chance, go ahead and fill out that survey for sure. This is real interesting. Kirchhoff's Law. Gustav Kirchhoff, the man who contributed to the fundamental understanding of electrical surface spectroscopy and the emission of black body radiation by heated objects. So feel free to definitely check that out. Kirchhoff's Law. And then today we got up to 72. It was warmer. No, that was actually yesterday, and we got up. It was warmer. I think it got up into the high 70s today, which definitely felt better here. Now, my good friend Steve did a great review on the Zygu GSOC. And if you're not familiar with what the GSOC is, basically it's I'll say for lack of a better term, a tablet that you would plug in to a G90 to expand the display. And Steve did a great walkthrough here with this and shows really what a glorified mess the GSOC is, and it really is. So I would definitely watch this video and learn about that. The G90 is a great radio, and like I commented on Steve's video, Zygu has a lot of great ideas, but they really fail in the execution department, and this is in one of those instances where they do actually fail in the execution department. It just did not go well for them with the GSOC. They're available right now, believe it or not, on Radio Oddity. And really, basically, Steve also found some pictures. Somebody did a breakdown and took a look and took one of these apart. And basically, it's basically just a tablet with some circuits in there and control boards and some other things and an interface to be able to hook up to the G90. It's really not very good. Like the waterfall display, it's not very good up there. There's a number of things on there. It is touch enabled, which is good, but there's just a whole host of things that you want to run, not walk away from something like this. But he did a great review of that. And, I think it's worthy of your time, especially if you have a G90 and we're ever considering the GSOC, you can see what a real mess it is. So definitely you want to watch that video. He did a great job on that. Thought this would be very humorous right here. Installing a new fan dipole. Well, our friend Walt has a new video on, and it's called Mastering the Art of the End-Fed Vertical Antennas. And Walt always does an excellent job. He explains things very matter-of-factly, doesn't talk over your head, talks to you, not over your head, right at you. It's a great video. He does a great job here. So this is something I would highly recommend if you've had an end-fed antenna. You can find out a whole lot more about end-fed antennas from this video from Walt. He does a great job on this. Now, sad news from EST Cube 2 team. Unfortunately, we don't have the best news. Based on current suspicions, EST Cube 2 never separated from the launch capsule and the nose of the rocket and did not reach orbit. So apparently this is not actually out there and functioning. So that was definitely something that was a not a good surprise here. Now, my good friend Mike did a great video here. It's a trip to the Antique Wireless Museum, and you definitely want to take a look at this. And this is definitely a walk back in time, but it's a great walk back in time, and it's very much worth your while. So if you get a chance, go ahead and watch that, and let Mike know. Let Mike know what you thought of that video here. Again, here's another look at a blast from the past here. It's an RCA Victor final inspector testing radio frequency alignment and making a final test of chassis. This takes place in a room entirely surrounded by copper screening in order to protect testing from any interference. So now this is a very humorous meme here. Welcome to Florida. Winter is at 6 a.m. Spring starts at 10. Summer is at 2 and falls around 4:30. So dress accordingly. That could not be that could not be any more true, because that's what's coming right now, and it's coming a little early. Like I said, it probably jumped the gun probably by a couple of months, which is very interesting here. Again, another blast from the past. They're setting up for a radio broadcast in 1929 right here. Now, I thought this was interesting right here. Congratulations, Team ARISS International, and successful contact between the space station at children at apparently the school. What an unforgettable morning. The children did brilliantly with 18 questions answered by Astro Jaws, amateur radio, ham radio, and it listed a couple other ones there. Such thoughtful questions from the pupils and amazing answers from Astro Jaws. Thank you so much for inspiring me this morning. An experience these kids will never forget. And guys, this is really the future ham radio right here. When you get these young children interested in this and being able to communicate with astronauts on the space station through ham radio, it's fantastic. And I think it's just outstanding that they get this opportunity. And this is the kind of thing we need to see more of in the world. It just warms my heart to see youngsters being able to do that. And learn about what a wonderful hobby that we have. March 8th, 1955, computer pioneer Doug Ross demonstrates his director's tape for MIT's Whirlwind machine. It's a new idea, a permanent set of instructions on how the computer should operate. Very interesting here. Now, our good friend from Quirky QRP, if you haven't had a chance to, and I know someone's done a review on it, he has an incredible desk mat here. Now it looks like this one's all lit up. I have a smaller version of this, but it features the bands on there. It features the QR codes, the alphabet. It's just everything. Chris, welcome. Good to see you tonight. It's just fantastic, and he has a great store. I can't say enough about that. So upgrade your ham shack from common to command center with a Quirky QRP. Ham Shack reference mat, and it's RGB LEDs and 14 lighting settings. So again, here's a large. It has US amateur radio bands, phonetic alphabet, Q codes, lists some additional frequencies down here. It's chock full of great information, and he does a great job. Like I said, I have the smaller one. I don't have the bigger one. So maybe that might be something I might ask Santa for Christmas. Okay. Now it also looks like, we have to keep a watch out in the Caribbean, because you never know when a tropical storm can start. And it looks like there is one starting. It's tracking in the Eastern Caribbean this weekend before likely curve north and east of Bermuda. So we'll definitely keep an eye on something like that. Again, there's another promo for tonight's show. Jason's going to be offering mystery boxes soon. And if you want to get in on the list here for that, if you want to be able to participate in that, you need to sign up for his email list, because he'll email people on the list before he puts that out there for the general ham radio population to be able to choose them from. So if you want to get in on the ground floor, these do go very quickly. I do know that. I've tried a couple of times and they're gone. They go so fast, and it's a great idea that Jason has. And there is something good in each one of those boxes. So definitely that's something. If you want to check that out, sign up on his email list. You can take a look right there. My email list subscribers will get the first notification when the boxes go live. So sign up for first dibs. So that's definitely, if you're interested in that, that's definitely something that you want to do there. Proud Daddy moment. Check out the Child's Units chapter in the new ARR book. Love you, kiddo. Keeping amazing. Ham radio, amateur radio, POTA, proud dad. Okay. Um, Definitely looks like that's just an awesome part of that book. And that's definitely, again, it should be on your Christmas list. Maybe your better half can get this for you for Christmas. It's something that I think would be absolutely fantastic. And quite frankly, it's long overdue. Now, I came across some excellent advice, and I really wanted to read this to you. And I found this out on Ham Radio Elmer's group out on Facebook, and I thought it was worth sharing with you guys. Quote, for those coming into ham radio, let me offer a word of encouragement to not let anyone keep you from pursuing whatever part of this great hobby you want to pursue. And if there's anything that I can offer to any new ham that will help to educate them by offering any advice, then I'm more than happy and willing to do that, because no matter what anyone says, nobody knows it all. And from time to time, we all need an Elmer. And even though I've encountered older hams who are happy where they are in ham radio, I'm inclined to believe we should always be learning, even if it's a radio technology that may not be our cup of tea. In short, we never stop learning, no matter how long we've been in ham radio or how old we are. So that's some very wise advice. I would definitely, if you can bookmark it. If you want to screenshot this, do that. I think it's absolutely fantastic advice. It's something that you want to write down. I did, and I've kept it, and I think it's golden advice, because none of us, no matter how long we're in the hobby or in the profession, are going to learn, or in the profession, or how long we're in this wonderful hobby, we're going to learn things. Okay, we've been in it 30, 40, 50 years. People learn things, and it's the same thing for me with drones. I've been doing drones for 7 or 8 years, and I learn things every day. And you never are always be open to learn. And I think that's fantastic. And that's where, if people see you doing that, that's the kind of people that you want to gravitate towards. So I thought, again, I think this was very worthwhile, very engaging. And I really, really wanted to share this with you guys tonight. Okay, here's another great shack. See here. And this is from one of the ham radio gentlemen up in Alberta, Canada. And there's his soda gear. Again, if any of you want to share a picture of your shack, send me an email at hamradiobasics@gmail.com. Of course, with your name, call sign, and all that type of information, and whatever you would like for me to share. And I will get it on next week's episode. So email that to me before Wednesday next week, and I'll get it out there as a post out on Twitter. You can see, and it looks like for us, we're not going to get any rain the next 7 days, which is probably very welcome, because we've had quite a bit of it lately. Okay, got some great news regarding POTA. It's POTA new park time. Well, we got the go signal to start adding parks. I have a list here with new parks that have been added to Wisconsin. It may take a day for them to start showing up on the map. So that's an absolutely fantastic thing. And I think our good friend Michael Martins, he has one now. It's like 2 miles from his house. So he went out there and activated it today after it made that list. So this is great news. It's always great to get more parks for POTA out there. That is absolutely fantastic. The moratorium is lifted. New POTA entities can be added to the list starting today. In celebration, I'm activating will soon be a new twofer only a few miles from Michael's house. That's fantastic here. Question of the day. What did you think of ham radio news and updates October 20th, 2023? Let me know in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, it's a great day to make a QSO. 7 threes, everyone.